Monday energy here. What is up, everybody, and welcome into the pregame lounge. I was bullying before the screen even went live today, guys.
Well, we just wanted to remind you that the Nuggets lost to the Kings. With that
Maybe somebody didn't remember that. Water under the fridge.
Ice under the
fridge. Welcome in, everybody. The pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. You're going to want to download the app right now. The number one sportsbook app in all of the country, all of the land, really. And you can download it now and use promo code DNVR. And you get a whole host of these like odds boosts and great things when you do it.
They make it fun, man. Like there's just gambling, like normal gambling, but then there's like legal gambling, which has like coupons and teasers,
promo codes.
Yeah, promo code. Nobody gets like a thumb taken off or anything. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very fun. And
speak for yourself.
I thought I'd lost money on the Super Bowl, and I opened up my app, won money. Didn't even realize.
I wish I could relate.
I mismathed as the game was happening, but alas, it happened. I'm joined by Brendan Vogt.
What's up, fellas? Lost a lot of money on the Super Bowl, but ready to just like re-energize my spirit with some good company.
Doesn't sound like he is at
Nuggets
all.
Win.
Does not sound at all like he is ready to.
I wish I believed any of those words.
Over here, the thrill is back with D-Line Co.
Yeah, tonight I'm willing the thrill back.
I like it.
I'm going to will the thrill back.
That's going to work. I don't think it's going to work.
We get it.
I forgot I had the shirt and I found it.
Let's go. Then over here, Devalier Johnson, superstar Dev.
I just don't understand how there were people out there in this world that felt good about betting against Tom Brady.
Oh my God,
I just don't understand. I looked at people in their eyes. And
30 down votes. 30 down votes we just picked up right here.
You just don't do some things in this world.
Yeah, you don't tug Superman's cape. You don't bet without a coupon code.
Dude, the odds were on Tom Brady at home against a team going back-to-back, and my dumb ass thought, all right, whatever.
And this is Talking Football.
Yeah, here we go. DNVR Bucks.
Ice under the fridge.
Ice under the fridge. So we can get right into the game notes. We always open up these shows by just going through the latest game notes. Usually this is about the time the starting lineup has been announced. I don't believe as of this very second it has, but what else can you tell us about what's happening here today? I will say, and I doubt you saw this because you were talking, Jamal Murray in tonight.
He is in.
We knew he was almost certainly in, but official.
Starters are actually out.
Starters?
No.
Well, then, Dev, give us the game notes. Who are the two starting tonight?
The starters are. No, I'm going to let you do your job.
That's right. Yeah, make him do his job.
Well, all right. Well, I'll find it. In the meantime, I know that Jamal Murray is available. Gary Harris out. PJ Dozier out. Greg Whittington out. The Bucks, though, no one out.
That last one hurt.
Not a single person out.
Greg Whittington really hurts. I like how everybody watching and all of us here know, but he does not know yet.
You guys are going to make me do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to help him out. I can see it right here, man. It's an interesting one.
Yeah,
it's a pretty interesting, really interesting one. Who are you going to look for? You're going to look for Harrison Wynn? You're going to go to Wins?
Nugget starters: Murray, Barton, Porter, Millsap, Jokic. You heard it here, 7th.
You heard it here definitely last. So Michael Porter's in. And Will Barton is also in. Not that much of a surprise, that they're going to stick with this one. I put this out on Twitter today. Apropos of nothing. Like, sometimes I'll tweet stats, and people will be like, yeah, but you don't realize this. I'm like, God, it's not that I realize or don't realize anything. It's a stat. Like, Jokic is averaging 27 points per game. What you don't realize is he's like, no. Okay. So the stat was the Nuggets starters from this season, the Nuggets starters last year, so Barton and Harris in there, 12-4. All other lineups, they have 5 other lineups, 2-6. And now there's a lot of noise you can take from that. I'm not trying to draw a perfect correlation, but it is interesting to me that the Nuggets haven't had a ton of success so far in some of these other lineups. Do you make anything of that, Dev?
No, I mean, it just goes to familiarity. Like, they know each other. This is the group that's been together for a couple of years now. Yeah. They know exactly how to play with each other. And, like, when everything else fails, you go with what you know. And that's the lineup that they know.
Yeah. What do you think there? This lineup in particular has not had. I guess it's 0-1.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just like another weird. Like, do you think Porter stays in the starting lineup if Gary is available? I
do. I've been saying this for a long time. Like I always thought it was temporary. Him being on the bench, moving him back into the starting lineup.
And so then Will would be on the bench.
I think so. That's my personal
how the
opinion.
Season started. So,
yeah.
But like Michael Porter, I wouldn't be surprised if Gary Harris started on the bench for a game or two.
He definitely will. He definitely will.
Maybe.
That's how Malone always does it when he brings people back.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I'm excited that they are sticking with this. A big storyline, obviously, out of last game was Michael Porter didn't play well, but Malone went back to him. And I do feel like we are in the rip off the bandage phase because we all believe, everybody on this panel at least believes that it would be more surprising if Michael Porter just like continues to play poorly for forever, right? Like it doesn't feel like all right, so it's over, he's done. We feel like at some point there might be some real tough growing pains, but at some point he's going to come together. Maybe it's tonight.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. At some point, some shots fall, and I think once the shots fall, you'll see a smile on the face, you'll see improved body language, you'll see maybe a nice block or two, and so, but, you know, I'm sticking with what Monte said recently, which is that Michael gets it. Michael gets what he needs to be better at.
I agree so much.
And so starting from that point, and then you add the talent, the foundations there, I think it comes around sooner rather than later.
It's the thing I've heard more than, like, so much over the last few weeks is people saying, like, guys, there's a lot of noise out there from fans, people like us talking about, like, Michael Porter should think this or he should think this about it, but everybody internally seems to believe that he's like, no, man, I just want to make this team good, and I know right now I'm not doing that. Let's all figure this out together, and I think that's at least an encouraging thing that I keep hearing over and over again from people with their
I think there's a pretty good question here in the chat. Do you think that if Michael Porter Jr. starts to struggle, will Michael Malone attempt to put Torrey Craig in?
Well, Torrey Craig back in the house. You didn't mention him. He's back in the house tonight. Do we have the video there? Do we have it ready to go of Harrison had caught the moments I know you guys were all waiting for when Torrey Craig and Jamal Murray first saw locked eyes together
again. How sweet!
I actually haven't seen this video. I only sent it. Look so much. Oh, we're gonna rewind. Is that the video?
And joyfully. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, he's healthy.
That's a man with healthy legs.
Yeah, that is a man with healthy legs. Torrey was extremely liked in this locker room.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean,
I like Torrey a lot. He's liked everywhere.
I know, it really is true. Torrey is like a very just great personality. I think very agreeable.
Dude, he's the try-hard we were talking about last time. Like the type of player you need around Nikola Jokic that just goes for it.
Right.
I also don't think he took himself too seriously. I mean, I don't know the guy. This is a really limited insight, but he in a good way.
Yeah.
He was just like a really lighthearted dude, and I think everyone enjoyed having him in the room.
Yeah.
Plus his story was just great. Like just
he
the
did have
idea
a great
that he
story.
came from absolutely nowhere and like was starting in playoff games. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. Any Torrey commentary there?
Sorry, I was thrown off. Looking at the lineup, the starting lineup for the Bucks today, it looks like they're going with Forbes at the starting point guard. So what does that mean with Jrue Holiday? Is he not playing today? They haven't came out with anything yet, but there's no way he comes off the bench. Like
Did they trade him to the Nuggets?
We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, that is an interesting note here. One thing about the Bucks is they do give up a lot of three-pointers. They protect the paint. They don't let you get in the paint at the expense of letting you shoot. And tonight, Michael Porter starting, I have a feeling he's going to get some open looks, and he hasn't hit those early on. Great opportunity for him to kind of get some great three-point looks and get going. We got to move it on, though, guys, because there was a leaked jersey. I saw this on Reddit. It started on Reddit, and then on the one site where they always leak the team logos, they have this out. Do you have it, Cale? Do you have our video or our photo of the Nuggets' leaked earned edition? This is the jersey you get for making the playoffs. They didn't do it last year, but 2 years ago they had it where you get this award one. And luckily we have a graphic designer here to break it down for us. But before we get there, we all get poisoned by his brilliant insights, we have our dunk contest scorecards here. Guys, I want to see. Grab your cards. No, nobody's grabbing their cards here, guys. Remember, we prepped for I want to see what our score is. I got mine. I got my number. I'm not gonna let you know. Are you not going to give one?
I'm about to do my
I thought I'm not poisoning.
Yeah,
you.
save yours.
All right, save yours. All right, the big reveal. How do we grade this jersey? I'm gonna go. You go 7. I'm gonna go 8. What are you going?
If you guys need another aspect, though, we do have it. What it looks like on
Jamal Murray. Well, it's kind of like a very freaky edition of Jamal Murray here.
He's all golden, right?
He looks like a blow-up doll.
Yeah, he does look like a blow-up doll. I was going to say he looked like a balloon, like a Macy's Day balloon, but you know what?
It's a blow-up doll.
We said the same thing. You just had a little more edge to yours.
So, Eric, what would you score this jersey here?
So I always actually start off giving negative points to an all-white jersey because all-white jerseys belong to every team in the league. Every team in the league has an all-white jersey. So to me, it's already like taking it from it just is grading it down just to begin with. Although this is an intentionally all-white jersey, it's not just the away of another jersey. So I guess from that standpoint, I can start at the 10.
Okay.
Again. Okay. So that being said, this is very simple, obviously, very clean, as the Muggle would say. It's not like particularly interesting, but it's not particularly uninteresting either. It's like I don't quite understand. Like,
I feel like I could BS my way to what he's saying
100%, dude. This
like
is
it's
me
good,
giving
but
a
not wholly good. And there's
presentation.
something
I
interesting.
was just about to go in. I was
You guys have to wait
circling around
for the banger. I already know. Like, this is how he sets it up.
All right,
bro.
that is how he sets
Don't
it
take
up.
him
All right,
out of his
Lotus.
mojo. He's in
I was
it.
in my goddamn mojo. I was going to say I don't really understand the rationale behind how they've divided up the logo with the top part being blue and the bottom part being red. Like, it's an interesting design element, but I don't really understand the rationale behind it, which throws me off just a little bit. I like the way the shorts look. Like, they're not.
You're saying like if it was like blue above, like, is it the earth? Is it the red mountains and the sky?
No,
or?
it doesn't even have to mean that. Like, it can be like I can look at this and be like, is there some sort of larger meaning behind it, or is it just meant to be decorative? And if it is just meant to be decorative, like I don't quite get it. It's
Okay.
but. All the same, like this to me, this jersey is incredibly inoffensive. I don't believe that it's going to be.
That's a good bar to clear.
I don't believe that it's going to be. Well, I would say that the sunset jerseys are very offensive.
Right?
Oh,
Fair
that's
enough.
a good point.
Like a lot of people are very offended by it. Like this is. There's nothing to not like about this, but like it doesn't like blow my socks off.
Right.
So I would give this. I think I'm probably around where you are, Adam. I'm probably around a 7 or so. Like it's definitely it's like it doesn't suck. I don't know if it's going to be memorable, but it's like fine.
So I'm with you on the white jersey thing. I think white jerseys are. I don't mind that you have them because I do feel like you have like your good jersey and then your white jersey. But that's why I'm grading this one on a curve because for white jersey, I actually think it looks kind of cool. It does. The yellow feels a little forced into the color scheme, like the blue, white, and red, and then there's just the outline of yellow seems a little weird to me.
Yeah, well, they've been doing so. The outline of yellow on you're talking about on the number specifically.
Yeah. That's the only place there's yellow, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're in the shorts as well. Maybe just they have
the logo has
in the shorts. This is just what they've done with their numbers, which is all of the numbers have just like the very subtle outline around them, which is funny because it actually like optically it makes it look more orange if you look, like your eye kind of blends it together. I personally would never put a stroke like that around a number. Like if you're gonna go flat, you should go flat.
Right.
But it's like fine.
Kind of has a Kansas Jayhawk feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, this is like these are literally primary colors on white.
Right.
So
Does it feel like lacking or a little like empty to you? To me, it looks a little bit like practice.
He likes that
I
though,
think
and I
it's
do
missing
too.
a head and a body. Like
well,
Thanks,
that's
Dev.
if you look at the Jamal in it, it looks a lot better. I have to say, like on the court, it does look a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like with blow up doll Jamal.
Can I make a bold take?
Please?
I like these significantly better than the current whites.
Yeah, I do.
The
too.
current whites are my least favorite of the
Yeah,
Nuggets
because they're
jerseys.
boring.
They're
and
so boring.
They're a default.
So basic and boring. This one I dig. You've wanted them to go to the pickaxe for a while. Is this is your logo? You describe this logo as a crab.
This is an angry crab.
An angry crab.
This is the angry crab. You'll notice that on all the stuff I do for the Nuggets, I only put one pickaxe through it because I don't like the silhouette that this creates. Like
Yeah,
to me,
create
it
a weird
looks like an angry crab, and it makes like a really awkward space underneath the 2 points.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. So yeah, I don't like that. But it's again like you're asking me for like big. I mean, I'm getting flamed too for not having huge takes, and you're being spurred on by you, obviously. But like
bully him.
But this, I mean, like there's not like a lot to say here. It's just like a very basic design.
Would you have rather it been a different color?
I would have rather, and I wanted goddamn Maxi in there. That's what I wanted. I didn't want I want Maxi, baby. Why is this hard? Like, Maxi is the illegitimate son that the Nuggets won't recognize.
You know how cool?
Forced.
You know how cool it would be if Eric ever gets to design the Nuggets jerseys or be on the panel. Wouldn't we? We should like start a campaign for this.
I'm gonna do it. Like, it's gonna happen.
I'll just do it.
It's kind of out of your hands. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna design. Like, it's going to happen.
I
talk about this enough. People.
Well, I just want to. The Jrue Holiday situation is pretty weird. We have no update on Jrue Holiday, like injury report. So he's just not listed as a starter. So it's possible
bizarre.
it's a coach decision, rest or something like that. But he's available. He's active as far as I know. Nothing official. Well,
that segues us nicely. We got to keep the show moving, guys. But we cannot talk about Jrue Holiday because it was the big storyline. You know, in the offseason, he was the guy. Now it's Bradley Beal is the next guy, but he was the guy. And at the time, we were all, I believe, pretty adamantly. I actually don't know about you, Dev, but we were all, the three of us and Harrison, very adamantly against paying the price that it cost for Jrue Holiday, which was very steep. I'm curious if we're still away from that. And to set the table, there was, I believe, the 4 picks, right? I mean, it was mostly future assets that were sent. I think if Denver were to have matched that offer, it probably would have been Gary Harris, and it would have been Michael Porter Jr., Bol, the pick that was R.J. Hampton, and probably one other pick. So if you take off Bol, R.J. Hampton, a future pick, and Michael Porter from this team, but you add Jrue Holiday, now that we're 21, 22 games, has your perspective changed significantly?
No. I was into the Jrue Holiday idea because, in my opinion, he was the most talented player that wasn't going to cost you your firstborn son, right?
Right.
In a deal. And obviously, the Bucks came in at the last second, way over the top, to my limited understanding, way more, right, than the market that had been set in prior conversations around Jrue Holiday. So I thought he was appealing right up until he was way too expensive. And I still think that way.
This happens every year where there's like some free agent in every sport where they're like, you could probably get him for like a 2nd-round pick, and then like it ends up costing, for example, in the NFL, where it's like to get Matthew Stafford, it's like, okay, we need your starting quarterback, 2 first-round picks. Right. You're like, what? God's name? I mean, the same thing with Jrue Holiday. We were all like, yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool. Like, that wouldn't be too expensive. We could fit that in. Like, that laundry list.
And then actually price is like,
yeah,
way.
and like it doesn't. I mean, all of that obviously based on nothing. Like, it turns out agreements are just what 2 people think, and if there's other people involved to drive up the price, so there's no absolute value. But the point being, like, I don't know, like that's too much for him. I wouldn't feel good if Michael Porter Jr. was in.
Does it make it different if let's take away that future first and just say it's also Zeke Naji? So Zeke Naji, R.J. Hampton, Bol, Michael Porter Jr. Like, if we think of it that way, Dev, what do you think of that deal? Plus Gary Harris,
and plus another pick, right? Are you saying Zeke Naji is the?
I think
pick?
It was 4 picks that were involved in this in this deal.
So yesterday, while watching the Super Bowl, I watched the weekend, and I was like, okay, that's not too bad of a performance. And then I read that he spent $7 million of his own money. And I was like, no, it was not that good. And I think that's how it is with Jrue Holiday. I think that it's good until you realize that you have to give up Michael Porter Jr. Yeah. And that's where I think you, like, draw the line. Everyone else, it's like, okay, I would entertain it. But then you give away Michael Porter Jr. and you put both of those players at their peak of what they can be. There's no way that Michael Porter Jr.'s peak is as low as Jrue Holiday's is.
Right.
Like, at their peak, you would always choose Michael Porter Jr. And then on top of that, to get draft picks along with it, there's just no way that the Nuggets would do that, or anyone. Whoever called that, I hope they were blocked after that call.
Right.
Because there's no way that you would have done that. And I think that they knew that was not going to happen.
There was a brief moment where it looked like there was a world in which you could bring Jeremy Grant back.
Right. Yeah.
MPJ, and then you add Jrue Holiday.
Right.
And at that point, you're looking at it as final piece and go for championship,
right,
and not, hey, we'll rebuild the championship window around this guy.
Right. The Jeremy Grant thing is interesting because Denver could have really felt like, all right, we're pushing all our chips in. Oh, Jeremy Grant's gone. We're like, oh God, now we're not even all chips in, but we're out of chips.
Yeah.
Would have chipless would have been really tough. I think the reason I liked phrasing it about Zeke Naji, R.J. Hampton, Bol is because whether or not you still believe in those guys the same amount as you did over the summer or not or whatever, whenever we say picks, your mind runs wild with like, man, what could it be? Anything else? And now it's like Zeke Naji, who I think is a really good player, and you start to think about like, what's a realistic expectation for Zeke Naji? What's a realistic expectation for R.J. Hampton, Bol, and even Michael Porter while in Denver? Like, just what are those realistic expectations? And maybe that changes it a little bit when you start to actually think about people.
This is the most hilarious part of the world of sports assets. It's like, yo, do we want to trade for this boat or the mystery box?
Right,
like,
yeah.
Let's go for the mystery box. There could be anything in there, even a boat.
It's so true, man. It really is. And it's like, there really is lottery tickets is what you're handing out. Even if it's like the 25th pick, it's like, well, we don't know. Maybe it's a great 25th pick. Maybe it's a terrible one. You just don't know what you're giving up.
Yeah, but the value of a draft, a first-round draft pick, that sentence, a first-round draft pick is like, that's Michael Jordan, right? That's the number 1 overall pick. Like,
but it also represents your flexibility, right? So to me, it's not even so much the guys you're drafting, but these are chips. So you push too many of them in on one deal, you better have gotten that deal right, or your opt-out paths are limited, right?
I think I'm still in the know as well, but I will say that it's closer now than it was for me 3 months ago when we were talking about these deals. I'm more inclined to think that like if I could peer into that alternate universe and you told me, are they better or worse? Are they closer? Are they championship caliber? I'd be like, I'm curious, but I think still gun to my head, I'd say no. It's time for our favorite time, guys. We got about 10 minutes here before the game begins. It's time for the best part of the show.
Let's make you guys some money.
Make some money. And people keep hitting us up, by the way, saying, like, hey, thanks for the tip pregame. Like,
I get a lot
really
of fuck
helped.
yous. Thanks for the
pitch. Yeah, terrible ones. But we're going to open it up, and I'm going to start by going, as I always do, to the line. I haven't looked at it for a couple hours here. Maybe with this Jrue Holiday news, things have changed. No, the Bucks come into Denver and are favored by 2.5 points.
Oh, that did change because it was at 4, then it went down to 3.5 right before the news, and now it's
people hammering Nuggets on that line here. Dev, what do you think, dude? Nuggets underdogs.
I think that the Nuggets essentially have played the Bucks better. Like we talk about teams having people's number. It seems as if the Nuggets know how to play against a team like the Bucks and also match up well. I think specifically because they have a big man that can get inside, and they're a team that tries to take away the inside. Also, they have Brook Lopez, who goes out in the perimeter for most of the game, so it opens up things and it eliminates second chance opportunities. So rebounds is probably something that you would be on for the Nuggets, not specifically Jokic because he has to step out to the 3-point line to defend.
This is a 3-point. This is a 3-point game for.
Yep. So you
Jokic.
Probably would go under for Jokic on rebounds. If you had to go with something.
So. As I opened up my app, sometimes I don't even know this. DraftKings just gave me a $20 free bet. So I put $20 down on the Nuggets here. Why not? Why not?
By the way, you get a plus 200 to pick either team to score first.
I love that bet. It's so dumb.
This feels like the Bucks first, right? Like Brook Lopez will probably win the tip.
Yeah, but it's way more fun to just bet the Nuggets to.
Well, I want that cheddar. I don't really.
Yeah, fair enough.
No way Brook Lopez wins that.
Isn't there?
Jokic is way more athletic now.
Isn't that a funny statement?
Wouldn't Giannis take the tip?
Will he? Does he jump?
Giannis? I doubt they put Giannis out there for the tip.
Man, I'm hopping on this.
That bad?
I'm hopping on this. Nuggets to score first too. Why not? You get that freaking great deal.
If it's Giannis, dude, I'm taking the Bucks to score first.
Why would you be a loser?
Because I want to be a winner.
It's free money. I can't wait to talk so much. You guys, when the game's happening, and Nuggets score first, everybody has to at him for losing money and also voting for the lamest possible outcome.
Bring it.
And praise me for making money. All right, let's get into some of these player. Actually, first vote. How are you feeling about the Nuggets tonight? I mean,
I like it. I like it with the Jrue Holiday news. If Murray's ready to go and Jrue Holiday's not, I think there's a chance Murray makes an impact tonight.
Yeah. So we get into some of the point totals now, and you guys were mentioning the Jokic at 26.5. So what's interesting about this is I feel like this is a passing Jokic game.
Ooh, this is interesting.
26.5 is a little bit below his season average, but
man, when I was thinking about this in the shower earlier, I thought I was. That's wasn't even a joke. I was thinking about how Murray was going to be out, so it was going to be definitely another Jokic points game. But Murray's in. Can we rely on him to take the pressure off Jokic? Does Jokic need to? I think he might need to shoulder the burden again. I think he might hit.
I think Jokic has to go again.
I don't think he has to. I just think he is coming.
So he has 47 points a week ago. He has 50 points in the last game. Like he did have the down game against the Lakers scoring, but 2 out of the last 3 he's put up like literally career highs in 2 of his last 3 games. I mean, maybe we just ride that. No.
Like, how do you not ride like the streak just because he's?
What are you drinking over here? What is this? Celery juice?
Kale smoothie. This is my pregame juice.
A kale smoothie?
Yeah, Popeye gets a spinach. I get
Brendan got his haircut and is like, now he's like,
he's
Malibu over here. Look at this guy. LA Brendan is back.
No, we had to corner Brendan last on Friday, and we all asked him if he'd leveled up. He said yes. Brendan's leveled up.
I did yoga this morning.
Did you really do yoga? No, I was going to say, wow.
That's the line.
I was going to be impressive here. Well, Murray, they don't have a line for him. They don't want us to win money. I will go ahead.
Well, someone's asking us. We haven't done this yet. Someone's like, "Oh, I wish you could bet against the third quarter." You can.
You actually can bet against the third
only
quarter.
catching 1 point in the third quarter.
Man, how sad is it that we want to bet that?
Just the third quarter alone.
Just 1 point.
I mean, if we're using our heads, fellas.
If we are using our heads,
I
do cover the Nuggets.
They actually have that, and that's something that you should probably take.
You should probably take. You know how much money you would have made on betting that one this whole last month? Like
I don't know why I haven't.
Ferraris, yeah. 3 pointers. Jokic is at 1.5.
I took that all day.
You did take it?
That was the first thing I took. Jokic 3-pointers, because exactly like Dev's talking about, this is gonna. He's
I like
gonna
that bet. I'll hop on that with you.
Which again, like hints that this is more likely
putting a unit down,
an assist game than a rebound game. Also,
We don't have it for any of the other Nuggets players, but we can go to points, rebounds, and assists. They've surely caught up to Jokic. 44.5. That's little
what
high.
it was last time. And Dev was like, it seems high, and then he hit that.
And then he had
with just
50 points. Yeah, that's so true. What do you think about 44.5, Dev, for Jokic?
I just don't think the rebounds will be up, but also he's been scoring so easily that it's like, how do you go away from it at all?
Yeah.
So that has to be one that you like have to be on. 44.5. Try to get an assist and points only.
Man, it is true. That could be. So are you on that one?
Oh. Ooh.
What'd you find?
Well, we can get boosted odds on Giannis and Jokic over combined 54.5 points.
Really?
Oh, I'm nailing that one.
That was Andre's pick of the day
Andre
on
said
I saw that one.
Yeah,
54.5 combined points boosted. You're right. That's
boosted
an automatic.
to 105. Let's do it.
I'm putting.
man.
What is the max bet on that one? Do we know?
We'll find out
My
together.
whole account.
I'm gonna put 5 units on this, guys.
What?
5 units. When they give you those odds boosts, you can't be shy. Man, I feel like this is a great day for making some money on DraftKings, man. These are usually.
I
what did
usually
I tell you guys?
feel that way
No,
up
no. What did I
front.
tell you guys? Once the NFL season was over, all these odds
You're right.
boosts comes to the
You're right. You did
NBA,
say
and here
that.
they are, baby. 3 different odds boosts today. I'm gonna make some money during this game, win or lose. I can't wait for it. Can't go wrong. Last thing I'll say. Last thing here. I always like looking at the triple double lines, just because Jokic, for a while there was getting them every game. It felt like they've fallen. 315 for Jokic, 400 for Giannis. Eric, you're still staying away from that?
Yeah, I don't like it. Jokic has shown I'll say a downright stubbornness when it comes to the triple-double. He doesn't care about our bets in any way, shape, or form. He'll fertilize one stat, the assist, only to let the rebounds die unwatered. And he'll just vacillate back and forth. So as much as I love my man Jokic, and I do love the points, assists, and rebounds total, I do not like the triple-double.
Well, there you have it. I don't really like. Actually, you know what? I kind of like the triple double. Kind of like the triple double. Wasn't Jokic's first triple double ever against Milwaukee?
He
Yes,
also
it
set
was
the
super
record,
fastest triple double ever against Milwaukee.
I'm not
Am I
saying-
talking you into it yet?
No.
He was 2 rebounds shy in his last. I'm just telling you, Jokic. You look at his stats. He's scoring like crazy right now. The world is his oyster. No, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning into the pregame show. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then join us again. Winners Lounge, Losers Lounge, whatever it is, we're gonna have a good time with it. Can't wait to see you guys. See you then.
Nuggets.